This will be my first ever attempt at a Let's Play video. Let's see how badly we can screw it up, right? Today we're going to be playing Ancient Domains of Mystery, one of my top games, up there with Final Fantasy IV, Virtual On, Harvest Moon, done Moraf's World, I believe is the name of the other one. Haven't played it in a bit. Rare game, not that many people know what the hell it is. Let's start a new game. Generate a new character. We were going to be using a specific character today. A Raven female Gnomish Druid. The same combination that I have achieved my single victory with. We're going to randomly generate attributes. We're going to take Alert so that we can qualify to get the Treasure Hunter talent. Very important. We are then going to take Long Stride and Quick, which we will use when we enter a cave here in a little bit, because instead of fighting, we're going to be running away as quickly as possible. As for a name, it doesn't really matter. We're going to be changing it here in a second, so that seems appropriate. Alright, let's immediately go into the area. We are going to eat all of our perishable food items so they don't go bad. You will note that our health is not at full because it is a Monday, and characters always start with you feel slightly exhausted today on Mondays. A little bit of humor on the part of the game developers. We are then going to learn some spells. Alright. We go ahead and burn through this book. The starting spell books, you will always find more of them than other books, so you don't need to worry about conserving them at any point in the game. I believe Druids always start with Divine Wrath as their spell book. We will look at our stats. Strength is terrible. Learning could be better. Will, terrible. Dexterity, okay for a Druid. Toughness, okay for a Druid. We don't care about Charisma. Appearance, not good. Mana, 22. That is very decent. And Perception, 16. Pretty good considering. Let's look at our inventory. We have 4 torches. Potion of Water, Potion of Stun Recovery, which is completely useless because you can't drink potions while stunned. We have a decent amount of money. Our equipment, our armor sucks. We have a hooded cloak that's okay. Clubs always suck. Wooden shield is okay. Since we will not be doing melee combat, I am not going to remove all of my equipment, which would give me a bonus in melee, because my character would then lust for blood. Quite charming. Alright, let's leave this area. We're going to get our first kill, which is important because we're going to be going for the Courage talent. In order to get the Courage talent, you have to kill a certain number of the monster you first killed. So it's very important which monster we first kill. We want to be able to readily find them in other dungeons. That's why we're going to start in the beginner's dungeon, where nothing's really a threat, and we can take our time to pick something out. That is a Hobgoblin. That's acceptable because you can find groups of them wandering the world map. Let's go ahead and zap it. Okay. At this point, I'm going to rename my character so that I remember what my first kill was. If I could hit the correct keys, that would be great. We're going to rename my character Hobgob as a reminder. Let's go ahead and search around a little bit. We do not want to increase our level, which I will explain here in a little bit. Most animals are going to be friendly to us because we are a Druid. This is one of the reasons I prefer Druids. We'll let the rat deal with that. Close this door just in case the rat loses. Let's descend to the next level. Alright. I do not want to waste a torch right now lighting up a dark room. And their Hobgoblin, we are going to go ahead and go back up because, again, we do not want to gain experience points right now and increase our level. Alright. We're going to go into Trinio. Because we are a druid, we are going to definitely take the druid quest. Because he gives us some nice loot for being a druid. We're also going to talk to the little girl and unlock the puppy cave, which we are not going to do right now because the puppy cave murders me. I have only successfully completed it once. We are also going to talk to the baby water dragon so that we can later report his location to his mother. Let's sort this shop. Now, the reason we do this is twofold. I will go over one of those things now and then the other one here in a second. The first one is that shopkeepers will not restock while their shop is full of items. But if you put everything in a single stack, the shopkeeper will, when the mood strikes him, restock his shop. Okay. Now, for the second reason, we look at these stacks. We will use large rations as an example. We figure out how much each individual ration costs. The cheapest ration we know is cursed. We can rename items by using the capital letter next to the item's name. Lowercase would cause us to pick it up. We're then going to go down here. This one is blessed. And I is uncursed. Okay, we have plenty of money. We are going to go ahead and take both as blessed rations, and then we are going to take a couple uncursed rations. Let's see how much we owe with capital P. We are going to go ahead and pay for those. Yes. All right, we are leaving town. We will go down here, and we're going to go and eat our food so we're no longer strained. That way we do not take a speed penalty. These are not the names I remember giving to these items. Let's just eat one and see what happens. Okay, so that is in fact uncursed. So, oh, I know what happened. We already had a blessed ration in our inventory, and it's stacked with the blessed rations we picked up. So let's go ahead and indicate again that those are blessed. Alright, shit. Excuse my language. I meant to drop that stone recovery potion in a cave, so if later we needed extra potions, we could exchange that for a different potion. It's likely it'll get destroyed in the cave we're about to go into. Usually, if I remember, I drop fragile items in that first cave we entered so that I can pick them up later without risking their destruction. We may go ahead and do that after we eat our food. Yes, because we actually want to get down below burden status anyway, so that's fine. We're going to leave the wild dogs who won't attack us. Same thing with the jackals, because we're a druid. Animals don't care. There is the puppy cave. Let's drop some items. I'm also going to drop our potion of water because it's fragile, and I doubt it's currently blessed. We'll also drop this unidentified scroll because, again, we don't know what it is. We're not going to find out for a while. No reason to let it get destroyed. Alright, let's eat some more food. Okay, well, apparently we are not going to get underburdened because I do not want to go to bloated status because that also applies penalties. If we eat more, we will go to bloated. Alright, I'm going to go into defensive mode. I am going to read these two scrolls we just picked up. First one tells us how many paces away a special item is, the waterproof blanket. We will want that because it protects our inventory against water damage. We're also going to read the second scroll just to train our literacy a bit. This kobold probably can't hurt us. I'm not worrying about it. The scroll reads, time is working against you. Excuse me 1 second while I yell at a cat. Tigger! No. Here. I do apologize for that. The wonders of cat ownership. Okay, we are going to avoid killing things. We are going to pick up these arrows. And we're going to pick up that food for later. We may actually grind him for a little bit, get some extra arrows. So the reason you enter this at a low level and don't want to gain levels while being in here is the time is working against you message is a bit misleading, because how this really works is the monsters spawn at twice your current level. So if you enter here at level 2, they're level 4. You enter at level 1, they're level 2. The higher level you are that you enter, the more likely you're going to die. And then, of course, when new monsters spawn, they also spawn at twice your current level, which is why you do not want to level up while in here. Instead, you run and you use the monsters to distract your opponents. Based on the number of paces, we can estimate that the blanket is going to be probably down here. I'm going ahead and checking some of these other rooms, though, because we also need to find the stairs, which we have now discovered. Alright. Making us take a long way around. Alright, we want rocks. We can't currently use arrows. We're saving them for later. We can throw rocks, though. So, he is more than welcome to give us some. And it looks like we're going to have to kill him. I will back up a ways so that I can use Divine Wrath on him and train that spell. I always pick up cloaks because you never know when you're going to find a good one. Also, I think I am cursed in real life because I always seem to have my characters lose their equipment to rain. Cloaks will, of course, protect your equipment from rain, and that is why I picked them up. Because there will be a lot of rain. There always is with me. Alright, so we're going to name this blanket Water, so that we know it's a waterproof blanket. This blanket is always a waterproof blanket. We're also going to pick up this sling, that we're not going to equip it right now because we don't know if it's cursed. And there the rats are killing that goblin. Excellent. Let's eat some stuff. And when did I pick up a kobold corpse? Apparently the goblin was carrying a kobold corpse. Always be careful not to eat corpses without looking them over first. You do not want to eat a kobold corpse that will disease you, and then you will die from fever. Okay, I'm going to explore a bit more while still protected by my little forest friends. Always open doors from an angle, that way if there's a stone block trap, it will not hit you because they fall straight out from the door. Oh, excuse me, I did not mean to attack you, sir. I will take that arrow, however. Okay, we are going to go back up here by the, what is that? Oh, kobold corpse. By the stairs, ensure we have a solid escape route going. And then we're going to kill some things to level grind. I always pick up crude knives. Not so important right now. Later when you get Treasure Hunter, you're going to find lots of crude knives. And if you pick up enough crude knives, you will usually find one that has a good prefix and gives it a special ability. Let's kill this goblin. We do not want to kick open locked doors right now because our health is so low that one unlucky step with the trap would kill us. So we are now searching for things to kill, like that. Now we're level 2. Now, you'll see 3 numbers here for every skill. This is your current value. This caps at 100. Determines how proficient you are at the skill. It's also represented by this text over here. Maximum. You cannot go over your maximum. Your maximum increases as you use skills and also as you level up. And this over here is 3d5. That means you're rolling 3 dice with 5 sides. And that amount, when you click this, will be added to your current value. And if it goes over your max, it will be rounded down. So 3d5, that averages out to about 7. 41 plus 7 is still under 50, so I will take that. The 3 stats I want to get up to 50 are climbing, first aid, and swimming. Then we also want to focus on healing and concentration. The reason I do climbing first aid and swimming is they help you deal with little random events that are no big deal to a later level character, but can kill you. They're just completely lethal to a low level character. So we are going to go ahead and take climbing. Literacy, that would be about a 6 average. Yeah, sure. First aid, yes. Okay, those are all up to 50. We're going to grind this little dude for his arrows. Kill his buddy, though. Alright, so let's go ahead and start maxing out concentration. And we have their talent. We are going to take Miser, which will unlock the Treasure Hunter talent that increases the amount of valuable loot you find. Miser increases the amount of gold you find in general. And these dogs just killed my little friend there. Oh well. Let's make sure our escape route is still clear. It is. Goodbye. Okay. Most of the weapons and armor we find will be useless until we get Treasure Hunter, which will increase their quality. So we're not going to bother picking them up. They'll just weigh us down. Gnomish Druids can't carry about very much. There is one advantage to burdening yourself, though. If you are burdened, it trains your strength score, because your character is basically weightlifting. We will do that later on in this dungeon, but not in this area, since it can be very dangerous. I'm almost tempted to go kick in that door, because there's not a lot of stuff for us to murder. That would probably be a bad idea. But you know what? Let's make a mistake. Oh, it wasn't trapped. That's amazing. Or was it? Hold on. Oh yes, it had a stone block trap, which fell right there. This is why we kicked it at an angle. Okay, let's kill all 3 of these guys in one hit. Boom. Okay, as you see, this just drop downwards only giving us 1d3 per click, so we're going to go switch to healing now for a bit. Alright, our mana is getting low. Let's go back to the stairs. By pressing :S, you can switch places with neutral and friendly monsters. Keep that in mind. You don't have to fight everything. This guy can be scary. We are going to attempt to kill him if we can. What is our power points? We have 15. This costs 12. Boom. He is dead. And now we're level 5. Okay, we don't want to increase healing anymore because it's getting close to cap. We will switch back to concentration. Concentration determines how quickly our mana regens. He will follow us down. We're just going to have to live with that. Usually around level 5 is when I leave that area, because then the monsters are spawning at level 10. That is a clay statue, which is a bit of a problem for us, because he is resistant to spells. There we go. I just need enough mana to kill this guy. There we go. I'm going to hold still for a little bit to regen some mana and some health points. We are going to open this door. But first, I want to get everything back up where it should be. Go into defensive mode when kicking doors, because things like this happen. One of our 30 arrows is destroyed, one of our other arrows is destroyed, we are deafened, and we are reduced 5 hit points. That's why we waited until we were full health. We're going to go hide behind this lizard. Deafness will go away on its own here in a little bit. Hear a grinding sound in the distance. That means something is digging. Interesting fact. Our gemology skill is trained anytime we're on a level where something is digging. It doesn't just have to be us digging. Also, our gemology skill applies to other monsters' chance of finding loot. So, if you have a gemology skill 100 and you're in a room full of diggers, such as ants, you can become very wealthy. Of course, we don't have it at 100, but we may hang around to train our gemology skill, as long as we can find an adequate supply of food. We will not piss off the ants. They can be rather dangerous. Gems are especially useful to Earthlings. Or gnomes, I mean, because their god, if you sacrifice gems to their god, you get a bonus to piety. So yeah, we don't even have to watch the ants dig. We just need to be on the same floor, and it trains their gemology. This is where I'm going to be an idiot. Okay, cool. Didn't kill us. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, because we had our health reduced so low earlier, it raised our max to the healing skill. We'll take advantage of that. And treasure hunter. Boom. Okay. Where rats summon rats. As expected. Cavemen are very dangerous to an early game character. We are going to murder him from a distance. And we're going to eat something. Oh! The ants have turned hostile. Okay. Now, it would be nice to get an ant corpse out of this little arrangement, since that will give us acid resistance. Okay. We really need some extra concentration right now, so we're going to focus on that. And that just destroyed the food, which was unfortunate. We're going to run away for a bit so that our mana can regen. Hopefully they don't dig into the room we're hiding out in. Let's kick that out of the door so we can close it. And there's our ant corpse. And we threw up, which reduced our satiation. And our stomach tingles, which I believe is acid resistance. We're getting low on food. That's a problem. Statue. Let's look what it does. It is a large cube of gray stone with one large rune carved into each face of the cube. An inscription at the bottom reads, "Provoke not the four, their gifts are destiny and doom." Seems like we probably don't want to do anything with that, but, you know, whatever. We're going to kick it. Boom. We stand somewhere else. Interesting. I bet the effect is random. It probably rolls a d6. That's fine. Oh, that's an herb. We don't want to accidentally destroy that, so let's go melee for a bit. Okay, herbs. They follow Conway's Game of Life as far as they grow, so if you can stabilize them into a 4x4 square, they will just keep being a 4x4 square, otherwise they grow erratically and usually die. Whenever you're on a level with herbs, it's best to move quickly so you can attempt to stabilize the herbs into 4x4 squares if you find a large enough patch. Otherwise, just harvest them before they disappear. So we will move quickly. I will eat his body. Oh, we just missed a ring. Yes, I want a glowing ring. I don't know what it does, but I'll take it. And a wooden wand. I'm not going to mess with that orc in our condition. Are we not going to find any more herbs? That would be disappointing. We are not going to find any more herbs. Huh. Okay. Trick to figure out what you have. You go to the use slot. Any herbs that you can equip here are either spenceweed or moss morelin. Moss morelin increases dexterity, and I think there's another stat that I can't remember off the top of my head. Spenceweed heals you. Unless, of course, they're cursed, in which case they cause negative effects. You sense certain tension. That means there's a tension room on this level filled with monsters. It will usually be behind a closed door. Is it this one? No, it is not. Nor is it that one. Oh dear. And we die. So what just happened there? We saw an item on the floor, we went to pick it up, and it turned out to be a mimic. Mimic stun. Until you have a source of stun resistance or a very high will score, that can be instant death for a spellcaster, because we don't have the hit points to survive their assault while we're stunned. So, that was that. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, good times. Was there anything interesting in our inventory? Wand of Acid's pretty good. Ring of Teleport Control is pretty good. Uncursed Wand of Item Detection comes in handy in certain areas. Potential Learning, Potential Dexterity, those are good. Nothing we really could have done to save ourselves, though. So, thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. Certainly a better one than our character just had. Bye.